Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, your good friend, North Sentinel Island, here from this wonderful land called New Jersey in America. And as you say, we're struggling on this front now. It's just pretty much trench warfare at its worst. You know, it's people are just like maybe 400, maybe 500,000 people die, and in the end, you gain maybe well, I wouldn't say you gain any land at all, because you know that's not how trench warfare works. And as you see, we're showing a sub, which is good. The more subs we sink, the better. But we're trying to figure out a conundrum to this issue, so I'm trying to do this naval invasion. And I obviously want some sort of naval presence here. So, you need a naval presence to do a naval invasion. And it seems like Yugoslavia never bothered getting around to making any any airports. France, I know from experience, won't let me make. I can't base anything there. These fellas are doing their things, and hopefully we'll slowly get better. I mean, a lot of it, I believe, might actually make sense for me to add some. I was going to add some naval bombers here, but it looks like we're kind of short of them. Something about all these people constantly being shot. As we can see here, naval bombers. We're kind of losing them. But at the same time, we're making only 1.5 a week. Almost might want to call it quits for a little bit and redeploy these people to a more interesting location. Maybe over here, and just have them. Because at least right now, we don't have to worry about a British invasion. And as you see, we have we're going over here just to wreak havoc over there. Because I want to see if there's any way at the present moment we could build some sort of naval presence over here to help our invasion. Which is going to be led by our incredible General Monstein, who just is incredible when it comes to invasions. Or, actually, I personally doubt it, but see, fuel's going up now because we just got our first refineries online, which is about damn time. Turn that coal that we have into Ruhr. Maybe some from our French kind of allies. Basically, the alliance I have with the French right now is probably kind of like how we dealt with kind of like our relationship with the Soviet Union. We're kind of like frenemies. Or if you're on Facebook, you say it's complicated or whatever. I personally have my Facebook, my religion preference is confused. Yeah, you leave for a day and they're trying to do a little invasion again. That didn't work out well. Well, at least, as you can see, at least we did something right. And as ugly as these little attacks are, they're probably better than nothing. Because we had the Ploesti oil, we have the fake oil. Historically, they're not Germans. Well, you could call them Nazis, so I could call them Nazis. But the Germans actually used, really finely ground up coal towards the end, too. Think that might help. They're, towards the end of the war, they're kind of desperate. I'm trying to figure out where I just put those frickin' Fliegergruppe. I was not here. A firm conflict fodder could just turn these people into, smithereens. That would be appreciative. What are you doing? Where did I put those Fliegergruppe? Where's my Fliegergruppe? I put you all the way over here. No. Do I want you guys to go over to Czechoslovakia? No. Do I want you to go to a place that's probably slightly closer so you can might help out? Yes. Because now if we have fuel coming in, we could focus on what I think is like going to be like our quote-unquote main enemy for the time being, which is Italy, and just try to grind them out of the war. If we could do that, that would be freaking amazing. At least that's how winning is done, by grinding them to death. I just don't, as you can see from personal experience, I just don't think these trench warfare battles are working, so I am just going to stop them. And I don't know why every single second I keep attacking them again, thinking there's going to be a better result. The goal at this point is just to wait patiently for Malmsteen to do his thing. Which, how's my naval plan going, Malmsteen? Are you just sticking around, or are you planning a goddamn naval invasion? Here we are. Okay. How's my naval invasion going? No, I want all your troops on this one. No, I don't want you to plan a new one. How's this one going? When you click it, you get Adriatic Sea. Your Army 3. Yes, I know that. Okay, 20 out of the 56 needed. Wonder why we only have 8 instead of more. Wish I had more. Speaking of that, I need a research link in the craft soon in case we're gonna get into the habits of doing crap like this. Because if we could do these things every once in a while, there is a good chance we can finally, if not knock these people out. If we can knock Italy out of this war, it'll be great. And at least for the time being, it looks like it's going to be more likely that we do that sooner. It's going to take a while for us to do it, obviously. I don't know. I think you had you guys here. I wonder where you guys flew off to. Where did my aircraft go, or did they all just get destroyed somewhere? That would suck if that happened. A lot of troops up here, I know that. Conflict fodder, standing by. Kusen Fliegergruppe. Here we are, finally. You know what? You go into the Adriatic, okay? I heard it's beautiful there, and you're gonna sink ships that look funny, okay? I want you to sink ships. Conflict fodder. What are you doing? You're standing by, eh? So anyway, you could go to, like, Italy. And, yeah, kill things. Thank you. I don't know if you had the distance for it, but we'll find out soon enough. And that was that stupid because it just knocked out my oil. You have to have more patience with this goddamn oil. You just can't use oil for the fucking hell of it. For the time being, it just makes sense to maybe use these people when you need them towards the end. So stand by for now. Build my oil back up. Have these guys planned because, well, that's what you enjoy doing. Obviously, we're at least liberating some lands over there. It's nothing great, but it's better than frickin' nothing at this point. I'm not exactly frustrated. I am definitely upset about the fact that, well, my troops aren't doing gloriously. Yeah. And we have to wait a while for this thing over here to happen. That's, of course, if it happens. I don't even know intel over here, simply because, well, it might be a good idea to take my people out of I mean, if you can survive in England, I see no reason why the three of you can't, like, survive in Italy, okay? The climate's probably better. Alright, I want you to build an intel network in Campania. You're gonna have to deal with the mob, but whatever. Okay, building an intel network, Campania. Building in tech. Yeah, you're not going there. You're going to Campania, okay? I know you're Japanese, but at the same time, even though the Italians are pretty racist, at least they were when I was there. I know what's going to happen if we just attack a firmly entrenched position. I wonder if we're going to have some sort of improvement. Obviously, we don't, but maybe next time there'll be an improvement, you know? You never know. You never know in this game. Maybe they'll be napping. See, we're losing men. That's what I don't like to say. Even though the British Empire actually lost more people than we did. If you can't do it, just bag it. Go to La Spezia. Alright? The Soviets are a little bit more stubborn, so if they want to fight longer, that way they can. Why do we have a larger number of troops? Are they doing the same exact dumb thing that we're doing? Which is a naval invasion? Because that would be kind of neat. Why is my fuel going down? Okay, my fuel's going back up now, which I want. Army's not using any. My Air Force is using everything. Yeah, would like lots of little sections. That's the only good reason to use Resolute right now is to get over that area. Last time I checked, I think my Soviet out friends were turning up commie. Yeah, we're good. We're turning up commie. Not for long, which is unfortunate. They're being neutral. Wish I could turn commie. How are you guys doing? Yeah, you're being forced commie. Hopefully the Soviets re-up that because I want these people commie. Sooner they're commie, the better. I mean, there's no reason why we just can't be having like at least some sort of paper press teaching people about Engels and all the famous people, you know? As we see, we're gonna pretty much we have to wait for a fuel supply to build up. Looking at this, we have good. Yeah, we have a lot of well, stuff to fix. So that will keep us busy for a while, I'm thinking. And meanwhile, you can't say for nothing that my allies are not, well, trying to attack. Just that at the present moment is unfortunately slim pickings. And I'm probably going to have to do some sort of breakthrough unit to deal with this. Like, once my Tigers get finished, I'll this makes some like horrible labor-intensive unit. I mean, it's deep down inside. We have to think like communists, and instead of our tanks obviously have to be big, but at the same time, you know, everything like, you know, we need to have an indifference towards casualties and just focus primarily on winning and not caring if large numbers of people die. And unfortunately, at the present moment, I just don't have that ability to. You have to be kind of like ruthless towards your AI soldiers in this game. And if you can't, you have to learn to be indifferent towards their suffering. For example, there. There, I'm learning to be indifferent towards their suffering by right-clicking. I just don't think that's going to work out well, so I'm ordering a halt to that. I mean, it's... The problem with a World War I general is you didn't really have any choice but to do that. I'm surprised that Haig, you know, all the famous ones, Beatty didn't really have to worry about that. Mainly Haig, Deville, to a lesser extent Petain. You know, I'm surprised they didn't develop drinking problems. You would think like they would have drinking problems. You know, Grant was like losing it. 29 to 56, 30, 22 days. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel towards land to, well, have some sort of like air coverage while we just do this quick little hop skip. The only other thing I could think of is actually to bring my Navy into the mid. Sort of do like a channel dash. I just want to see what options we have. We could do, well, sections. An African section. We use a couple of civilian factories. I mean, that's if we want to do like this whole, how crazy we want to do this, and I'm actually thinking the more the better at this point. We definitely do need a lot of counterintelligence just to protect our sorry asses. Coordinated strikes, suicide pills, commando training. We'll be more likely to have a commando trait. We already have a commando, but in case he dies, it would be nice to have another one. Don't you agree? A government cipher tool. Yeah, we need. Remember, they were able to beat our ciphers before, so we have to beat them at that. Someone's like part of counter. What have we got here? Sure. Ultimately, obviously, if we want to take over South America for communism, we can in a little bit. We just have to like mass our forces against their border and treat them horrifically. But then we'll have to deal with our American cousins too, which is going to be difficult, if you know what I mean. Right now, I want to work on rebuilding my fuel supply so I could do strategic attacks when they make sense. And a lot of it is just waiting. I mean, this is life. Sometimes in wars, you have little lulls, and you have to, and you know, it's like the chess match. You have to figure out. In the lulls, we need support equipment a lot. So we need to play a riff, or we still have a slight rubber deficiency. Well, we have plenty of these, so you're gonna get that. And you're going to get that. Alright? Now that happened. I want support equipment, but you won't let me have support equipment. Which is a travesty. So I guess some of ours got sabotaged or something. What am I building a lot of? We need fighters. We obviously have a huge surplus of that, and our rubber is actually still in need. So what's happening is we just, well, what the hell am I doing? Or is this some sort of bug or something? Okay, now we're at a deficiency. Okay, good. So apparently we had some stuff like not working or something. But overall, we have plenty of oat bills for the time being, so I am going to delete 4 of them, which is not a lot. And I'm going to put them in support equipment because we need to work and fixing our problems here. I do want a lot of aircraft, obviously. But overall, Papa does need a lot of everything. We have medium tanks being built. Yeah. Overall, I prefer to have a couple lines going heavy versus like lots of little crap. But now we have plenty of... We don't have a deficiency of anything. So I'm just going to play it by ear there. In case we get some online. Like Christiana, we have one of them's lacking, obviously. So Finito's going to be done soon. We'll hack out of it and we'll figure out what the hell's going on. Until then, obviously, if we're deficient of equipment, it doesn't make sense to drag us into even deeper holes. If other people want to be doing little toy games, that's fine. What's going on? Oh, I have no intel on that combat. That's sad. I like to have intel on that combat. See, we have a little thing here, which is good. They're able to conquer some land. Here's Greece. Southwest Africa. Obviously, as sad as it sounds. Well, that's nice that France moved some troops here. So it's like, they're really going at it to fill in these gaps that I've been neglecting, or I just pretty much just gave up on. As we see here, we got like China, communist China is going to get a little bit better, which is good. This is King China. They're at war for like a lot of weird. I mean, it's just the situation is just kind of chaotic, and I just need to, at this moment, focus on the troop knocking out one enemy slowly after another. We still have plenty of time. I'm not really worried about time at this point. The goal is just in many ways just to try to help the situation where I can. What's the Soviet Union doing up here? Oh. Look at that. That's a lot of communism. Yeah, they might flip communists, which is what we need, because they have an election coming up. Pretty much the more socialist allies we have, the better. I mean, I'm not thinking, like, Finland's going to be a game changer, but it's better than nothing. It's those little things. Because as you see, that's 34 freaking goddamn units. And if we could somehow pull this off, I'm almost thinking like just begin ferrying people over whenever we freaking can. once we do that, I mean, it's... we could possibly get SEP into this shebang. I'm almost just thinking about redeploying them. Redeploy SEP there, please. Because if we're going to be able to do this thing, well, no, not you. We need, like, reinforcements. And if we could have, like, 30 units, at least we could hold them off for a little bit. After all, we will definitely have the element of surprise. If they want to do the psalm, let them do the psalm. I mean, they can make little bagpipe songs, you know, in our workers' canteens later on to commemorate this glorious offensive here. I just want to stay out of it. They're attacking with like one unit. So at least here we're producing positive everything, which is what we need. That's the only way we're going to possibly be able to hack out of this problem that we have, which is, well, pretty serious when it comes to like a deficit of supplies. Let's see, Southwest Africa again. As you see, some areas are better than others. I don't really feel like doing a Battle of Britain right now. I'm just want to focus primarily on the Battle of Italy. After we do the Battle of Italy, we could focus on the Battle of Britain. As you see here, their defense is just, well, very high. And I just find those casualties to be a little excessive at this point. I mean, ultimately, a battle of attrition, the Soviets would win. But, as we all know, it is best not to do things like that. So, here we are, waiting patiently. As you see, there is a nice little offensive going on over here. And we're attacking into India. Isn't that nice and pretty? Don't you agree? It's like a little sneaky way to do things. Meanwhile, my predominant concern is this thing over here. Figure out what we're doing. Da, 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 da. 16 days, so that'll be the 12th of April. Seems like a great day. I think it's an Italian holiday too, which is even better for the historical purpose. These people, I don't know what happens if I join into festivities. Naval Med again. I mean, you're getting tired of that after a while. I'm thinking about just maybe if we try... So, well, we can't. They're assaulting on two sides, that way and that way. I don't know what's going to happen if we bash them in that way. You know? Checking this again. You can say a lot of things, but we are slowly hacking out of that deficit. We almost produce more oil refineries too, and just kiss oil problems goodbye. Naval air effort, good. Almost taking a continuous focus. Trying to figure out a way to what we can do. I mean, I am tempted to say division training time, suppress subjects. That would be kind of useful. Air production, everything's cheaper. Naval production, everything's better. There we go. We'll do that until we clear out a lot of this frickin' rubbish. Maybe that's causing some of these attrition issues up here. So that will be useful. And then once we clear out, we can research something a little bit more productive, I'm thinking. Yeah. And no, I have a natural focus. I have this. No, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. There we go. Getting things laggy. 26 out of 31. We could produce a Gobler. I mean, it sounds weird, but we're mass producing a navy that we're not really using, but at the same time, it will be kind of useful if eventually, when we begin migrating it down to the Mediterranean, if we have to, it will definitely be money well spent. And in order to do that, we need a fuel stockpile, obviously. We got little battles going on, more battles going on, pushing back the Japanese fascists. And people seem to notice that we did mass weren't these people migrating down, but yeah, here's Sep. Look at all those troops. And they'll be ready to be ferried over too once if we get some sort of once we get some sort of bridgehead or beachhead or whatever the hell you want to call it. As you see, we have little supply problems. Nope. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, it's just confusing piles of crap. At least it confuses the crap out of me. I wonder what happens if we think about redeploying. But that ends this episode. Like, subscribe, visit me on my website. I'll be right back.